Okay. Hi, welcome back. So today is going to be story time. So I don't want this to be too long of a video. It's gonna be 1 o'clock, and basically I don't have a sleep schedule anymore. I just kind of take time like means nothing. So yeah, so I decided to do my makeup. I was playing with some products. So I have Selena, I got the palette and the highlighter on. I was just playing with makeup. I don't feel like doing my hair, so my hair is gonna be a little poofy, but anyways, so I want to get straight to the point in this video, and I want to say that I am a huge Drake fan. So I'm a big Drake fan. I've been for years. Like, don't come for me. I'm a writer. Like, don't come for me. So with that being said, that was kind of a rift in a relationship that I had. So the person in this story time, your name will be Aaron. So we're just gonna call this person Aaron. So Aaron and I met years ago at a job I used to work, and we worked there together, but I didn't really know Aaron, never talked to him, and we worked in different departments, and we would like cross paths, and he would kind of do things to get my attention and just be like, oh hey, you know, like have small conversation. So what I never thought is that small talk would end up being like a huge deal. So it would end up being just kind of this problem. So as time went on, I would kind of notice like Aaron like always being where I'm at. So if I'm on break, he's on break. Like if I'm on lunch, he's on lunch. Like it would just be too coincidental. Like I'm just like, there's just no real way. Like if I'm going to my car, Aaron is outside at his car, and he shouldn't be. So it was just like kind of be like those little things where I'm just like, you're like always everywhere I'm at. But we work together, so it just kind of like brushed it aside. Let me just drink some more. So one day, I don't remember if it was like Snapchat or my number, but Aaron like asked for like one of those, and I just kind of gave it to him because everyone at work, we all had each other's Snapchats. We all had each other like, I would party a lot when I worked at that job. I really like think nothing of it. Well, my memory's a little faded when I think about this because this was like a couple years back, and basically Aaron wasn't a rapper. Aaron was also, I believe we were like 12 or 13 years apart. So he was an older man who was working on a mixtape. So he invited me to a listening party. What I didn't expect was like, he's just like, after that point on, he was just always like hitting me up. He's like wanting to take me out on dates and stuff, and I was single, so like why not go on dates, you know? Like it's hard dating. You just never know what's gonna happen. Go out to eat and it would be cool, but Aaron loved to rant. He would rant about the music industry, about just everything, because Aaron was from a different state. He was from California and he moved here to Arizona. So anybody born and raised in Arizona, you kind of just know this, or anybody living in Arizona, there's a lot of people here from California. Like a lot of people live here from California. So I would kind of like be like, oh, okay, because he'd just be talking about California, the way things are out there, and compare it to Arizona. I'm just like, look, like, if you don't like it, like, you should move back to California. Focus on your mixtape, like, that's cool, whatever. As time would go by, like, he would like just always try to start a relationship with me, and I would be like very clear, like, I don't want a boyfriend, like, I'm not looking, I'm not interested. I have like mood swings, and these are like mood swings that, like, we're not together, like, why are you getting crazy on me? Like, he got crazy on me on my birthday. He literally told me I wouldn't find anyone who would treat me as good as him. And that kind of like blew my mind, because I was like, we're not together, and who are you to say like I wouldn't find anyone who would treat me good like you? Like, no one's gonna treat me good. Like, how dare you say that? So he would just kind of do crazy things, and then he would like try to like make up for it. Like, we would go to like Diamondback Dodgers games. He would buy me flowers. Like, he literally sent me flowers to work, and he like went off on me because he didn't like the way I responded back to him buying me flowers. I'll kind of like skip forward a few months, because there's just like so many things that had happened, like, where it's like very clear, like, we were getting into fights and we were not together. Like, how do you fight with someone who's not your boyfriend, right? Aaron was like complaining that I never took him out on dates, like, that I never did anything for him. And I was just kind of like, what? Like, I didn't take you out on dates? I didn't know I was supposed to take you out on dates. So this is what happened. I go, okay, we can go to Texas Roadhouse. And he was so excited that I said I would pay for Texas Roadhouse. He was kind of like, oh, like, I'm gonna do something special for you, like, I'm gonna do something so special for you, and blah blah blah, like, you're gonna be surprised. And in my heart and everything in me, I just kind of knew like this was gonna end up bad. Like, whatever it is he has planned for me, this is the end. I just knew it. I just felt it. So he later on surprises me with some Cardinal tickets. So anybody who knows me knows I'm a Cardinals fan. I love going to football games. Like, I love being at the stadium. Like, I love being there. The day of the Cardinals game, I'm kind of like, oh, like, do you want to eat? Because I'm gonna get something to eat. Do you want to eat? And he said no. Myself Chipotle, right? So I'm like, oh, I'll be right there, I'm eating Chipotle. And he got freaking mad at me. Like, he was like, you didn't even offer to get me anything. Like, why didn't you offer to get me anything? And I was like, you said you weren't hungry, like, you already ate. He's like, you still could have offered to get me Chipotle. And so that kind of set up the mood, like, oh, this is gonna be like bad. Like, it was just kind of like, okay, there we go. So then I'm just like, I'm gonna let this roll off, because I'm like, let him get me mad. So then we're driving to the stadium, and if you've ever been to a game out here in Arizona, you know that like it's packed, like there's traffic. So we're already like starting to be late to the game, and I'm already getting like annoyed because we're in the car waiting to get into like parking. It's so packed, so we're just like waiting in the car line. And mind you, because he's a rapper, right, he starts like ranting about Drake and about the music industry. And I'm like, it's like getting on my nerves. I'm like getting so annoyed. I'm like, why are you like ranting right now? Like, who cares what they do? I don't want to hear about the music industry. I'm not in the music industry. I have no idea how things work. I don't know anything. Like, I'm clueless. I'm just a music fan. I'm not in the industry. And so and he's just like, oh yeah, these are the best tickets. And they were really good tickets. Like, we were down there and I was like, oh yeah, these are really good tickets. Like, okay, cool, let's enjoy the game. So the vibe was already off. Okay, it was like the Chipotle thing. It was the him ranting about the music industry, ranting about Drake, that really kind of just like ruined my mood. He's like posting pictures of himself at the game, but okay, so I'm sitting next to him obviously, and he's kind of just like, oh, like, yeah, like posting things of himself, like cutting me out. And then he's like around, but he won't post me, and I'm just kind of like, whatever, like, I don't really care, but why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? Who are you hiding from? Because you're hiding me. I'm not. You should be proud that I'm next to you. What are you trying to hide me? So that was already like, okay, all right. So then I'm posting my pictures without him and everything. All the pictures I have are without him. And so the game's over, and I'm telling him which way he needs to go out. And we had an incident prior where he got mad on me telling him what direction to go. So at this point, on this day of the game, he ignores me. He doesn't want to listen to the direction I'm telling him to go. Literally goes to a dead end, and we have to go around. And he's already mad, and he's in his car, and he's like speeding, and then he has to like come to a stop. And I don't like that. I don't like when people drive crazy. Like, you could drive crazy and be reckless with your own life. Don't be reckless when I'm in your car. So I tell him, like, you need to go this way so you avoid all this traffic. I'm like, don't go on the freeway. And what does he do? He goes on the freeway purposely. And so I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm just quiet, and I'm just like, I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point where it's like, I'm about to lose it. And so I'm just like, just relax. So he gets on the freeway, and can you just imagine, we're just getting out of a football game, the amount of people that are on the freeway, and he is zooming on the freeway, and the traffic is coming to a complete stop, and he has to slam his brakes, and I go forward, and I was like, oh my god, I went dead silent. I didn't talk at that point. I was like, you know what, let me just get out of this car safe. Like, this man is gonna try to kill me, and no. So we get to Cane's, and we order food, and I'm so mad, I'm shaking, and I'm just like, oh, like, I'm not talking, he's not talking. And I don't even remember. He had to have said something to me at that point, because I was like, let's just go. I'm like, I'll take my food to go. We get back to his place where he drops me off at my car. He starts going off on me about how I don't appreciate anything, that I was never gonna find anyone like him. I would never find anyone like him to, like, I guess, love me. Or the thing that got me, and I was just like, this is the end, is he literally said that Drake was never gonna love me, he was never gonna write a song about me, he was never gonna know me, and he just was going off. And I was like, look, I draw the line here. Like, you have an insecurity about Drake, a rapper. I'm so flattered that you think that I have a chance with Drake. Like, you really think like that's your competition is Drake, that Drake even knows who I am, and that he's gonna take me. Like, please, from your lips to God's ear, that Drake will take me, okay? But that was it, because I can't do this. Like, you're wanting to be a rapper, and now you're like jealous, and then you're like, it was just like everything built up, and then the whole Drake thing was like, that was the end. I was like, this is where I draw the line, and this is where I'm done with you, and it's over, and that's it. So the unfortunate part is we still worked at the same place. So at that time, it's December, so it's around Christmas time, so he leaves a present inside my locker, because he had lockers at that job, and it's like a it's 2 Rihanna lipsticks that I still have to this day. And he just like texts me this long text message of just like kind of how he doesn't want to be with someone like me because I don't appreciate anything, and that, what else did he say? Basically, like, I took his focus off of his music. I distracted him, and it was like, no, I didn't distract you. Like, you purposely chose to invest your time and your money in me. And that was like one thing, because he brought up like spending money on me. And look, I never asked for you to spend money on me, but if you don't got it, don't spend it. And it's simple as that. Like, you don't need to spend money, and you didn't need to take me out, but you wanted to. Like, you wanted to always take me out. For what reason? Just to throw it back in my face. So that was already the end. So I just kind of like ended it there. And this guy still had the nerve to text me while I'm at work, like, hey, I noticed your tires are low, you need to check the pressure. So I would get kind of like scared, like, is he fucking with my tires? Like, is he messing with my tires? I would have my friends check my tires. Like, I'm getting stressed out. I would have my friends go to the parking lot and check my tires, because it wasn't like he texted me once telling me about my tires. I think he texted me like 3 times, like, you know, you really need to check your tires. Like, and I'm thinking like, oh, he like did something, like he like probably went and like took out some air in my tires, or I don't know, I have no idea. And it was just kind of like, I just ignored him. I think after that, he finally got the hint, because I ended up leaving that job, so we wouldn't see each other anymore. And that's my story. And one thing I would say is, like, going with the flow with someone end up in a bad situation, because you kind of like I ended up in a relationship that I wasn't even trying to be in. And I just will not date anyone who, one, thinks that they're the best thing to ever happen to me. Like, you're telling me you're the best thing to happen to me. 2, wants to be a rapper. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't date someone who wants to be a rapper. 3, someone who disrespects Drake. Like, don't disrespect Drake. I will not stand for it. And I just feel like I learned my lesson. When someone is like giving me like stalker vibes, I just kind of nip it in the bud right away. I'm just like, you know what, like, I don't even respond. And sometimes even not responding is like really tricky, because I feel like when people don't get the hint, they'll just keep on, like he did. Like, he just kept on until I folded and like let him take me out once, and then again, and then another thing too, like, never date in the workplace. Like, never date someone at work, because you'll end up like me, having to quit your job. So that's my story time. I hope you like enjoyed it. I don't know, it's just kind of like this, I'm in quarantine, I can't go out and do anything. I could just stay home and go through my thoughts. So until next time.